Okay, so I thought I'd do a follow-up video on the whole Tyler Henry video that is actually getting a few views, but also getting getting a few attacks from in the comments section here. So let's read through some of them here. As a medium, I was born this way. I learned at a very young age. You don't get a lot of understanding. Blah 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 blah. It's all rubbish, and I'm going to show you how it's all done. So this guy's right on top of it. He goes, no, he's taking advantage of people by cold and hot reading. They've been valuable in vulnerable times. Just watched an episode of my wife, and he said almost nothing they didn't provide for him. You and him are actually really awful people. But we'll find a couple of things because I said it's all about editing, and I stick by this because what's happening is they edit out all the misses because he's cold reading. He's just throwing things out there, getting feedback from the person they're reading, and if he's getting positive feedback, he'll double down on it. If he's sort of looking like he'll just sort of move on. Like everything's all sort of airy fairy, wishy washy. It's very. He's got a lot of outs, and if the person's not responding too well, he'll say, "Oh, there's a bit of a blockage. You're not giving me enough feedback. We've got to work together," sort of thing. There's all this rubbish going on. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this clip here. With let's have a look here. Let's go over here. Put my VLC player. So this is when he was reading Kris Kardashian. And I'll give you an example of some cold reading here. So let's have a listen to this, and I'll tell you what's going on. Here we go.
There's a joke about I'm seeing a window.
Seeing a window.
And it's a decision about something window related.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Now think, guys. Think of your own personal. Leave your comments below and just tell me if I'm right here. Everyone's got window related problems. Because you know what? Windows are outside. It's like saying something about a roof. We've always got problems with a roof. There's either a tile that's broken. There's, gutters that need cleaning. Windows, window related. It could be inside the window, could be outside the window. It's very, very vague, but very specific. You know what I'm getting at here? It's vague, but specific. Because everyone's sort of thinking, oh, wow, that's really specific. Windows, wow, what is and I'm getting new windows, or I'm getting new blinds, I'm getting new curtains, I'm thinking about getting new blinds and curtains. I've got some weathering I need to paint the windows. Windows need a lot of maintenance. So this talking about windows is very clever because there's lots of outs, and if he misses it, he can say, oh, this is something that's going to happen in the future. Don't worry about it. It will all become clear in the future, and you'll look back and go, wow, isn't Tyler amazing? He knew about the windows.
I don't think anybody knows that. We're going to replace those windows right there.
Was this a
They're going to replace the windows right there.
conversation that would have just been had recently?
A couple days ago.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
strange.
God.
See? You never know who's watching over you.
No, guys, you're being fooled. And as I've explained, Windows is so... Everyone talks about Windows. There's always something window-related going on. So, I won't go through this because I haven't prepared to do my commentary on this one. But,
as a child from her biological family who was looking for.
So anyway, we'll go to the next clip. I'll get my next clip up here, and this is from Married at First Sight, TV show in Australia where people get married at first sight. They get teamed up, and we've got Mitch and Ella here. I'll just get the clip up. So the introduction. As you can see in the title there, they're going to get a tarot reader because Ella's brother here
made a dire prediction at dinner last night.
So Ella's brother has made a dire prediction that he doesn't think the relationship's going to work. So poor little Ella, she thinks, I'll go. This is Ella here.
I'm Joanna, and I'm what's called a medium as well as a psychic.
So is Ella and Mitch. So Ella, poor little Ella, is going to go to a medium to try and get reassurance or get some answers about the relationship, right? And that's hard. There's half the work's done for the medium now because the person's going to be very receptive. So have a listen to this, how they manipulate people. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm just going to tune in now. All right.
Here we go.
As we now invite the guardians of the light to surround this entire premises with beautiful divine healing energy, full of the highest vibration of divine light and divine love.
So Mitch doesn't look too impressed there, does he? Poor little Mitch. He's got roped into this. He's not impressed. He doesn't believe in his mediums. You'll find out later that he's I'm right on the money. He doesn't believe in mediums. And Ella's, look at Ella's face. She is dying to know what the medium's going to say.
I decided to do something like this for Mitch because I thought it'd be really fun to see if we
Well, if it's going to be fun, it's fair enough. But if you're going to take this seriously, don't.
could maybe get some answers on what the future could hold for us.
Ella, what I see with you is I feel like you've been aware of spirit and you've been aware of your connection to the universe from a very young age.
Yeah, but she can see this. Like, she's not going to say that about Mitch because Mitch is sitting there like a skeptic. So she's getting feedback because you'll see Ella's all excited about going there. So, of course, she's going to be thinking spiritually and all that sort of thing. Oh, my God, guys. Seriously.
Mitch and I view things really differently, but I'm really hoping that she can prove him wrong.
No. I'm going to prove Mitch right.
And make him, like, a bit shook.
Mitch, is it a dream of yours to swim with dolphins or do that whale connection?
Well, hang on a minute. Is it dolphins or whales? Make up your mind, dear. And this is another example of things that are very specific but very vague. Because, you know what? Hands up, who wants to go swim with the dolphins or whales? Pretty much everyone, right? If she said sharks, a lot of people are scared of going swimming with the sharks, right? Even in the cages. Whales, dolphins, everyone wants to do that. And he still looks like an outdoorsy guy. So she's picking up on this and thinking, let's have a listen to his response. Here we go. So this is one of her misses. Here we go.
No, not
okay.
really.
And if you know Mitch from watching the show, that's really not something he'd want to do. And she's still thinking, oh shit, I got it wrong. And now she's got an out. So what's her out? She just ignores it. Goes on to the next one. Have a listen.
I'm also connecting through mechanical stuff like cars, fixing cars. Does that make sense for you?
What do you reckon? Do you reckon Mitch will be into fixing cars? He looks a bit like James Dean. James Dean died in a Porsche. He fixing cars. Surely I'll get a hit here. Let's have a listen.
Not really.
Well, I'm going to use tarot today.
All right, so she just moves on. It's like, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you've commented on my bloody Tyler Henry one, listen to this. This is what I'm talking about. Tyler Henry's editors would have edited this out. Now, maths, they like to shit stir, so they kept all the misses in because it's maths. They like to shit stir and create drama. And this is funny. This is totally maths, Married at First Sight. This is exactly what they do. Thanks to Channel 9 for the footage here. So then they just go on about...
That's what I was guided to do.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what she was guided to, get the tarot cards out, right? So she gets the tarot cards out. I won't bore you with this. It's the usual bullshit stuff, very vague. Cards could mean anything. And basically she says the relationship is doomed. It's going to end. That's right. Here we go.
card is not always a good card.
No.
Swords in the Sand, and it's in between the relationships. It actually means endings here. So it actually means, and it's in between the relationships. So I'm going to get clarity on this for you.
Dear. Relationships
Let me
doomed.
look and see. So I'm now getting some more clarity. The Hangman talks about taking time out to think about things.
But the thing is, right, if you're going to a tarot reader, your relationship's probably in trouble, isn't it? You don't need to be like poor little Ella. She's hearing things she doesn't want to hear. But if you're going to a tarot reader, chances are your relationship's in trouble and you want to see what the future holds. And so you think this tarot reader is going to give you the answers for what your future holds in a relationship. And just don't waste your money, guys. Seriously.
This is the gentleman here, so this would be you, Mitch. It's having a look at what you've got and weighing it up. Is this what I want? Does this make sense for me? Am I really wanting to take this step?
That scares me. Makes me think like, you know, the long distance stuff, like, is that just going to be too much of a drag for Mitchell?
So yeah, usual rubbish. So anyway, so they get back in the car here and they discuss the tarot reading. So here we go. Here's a discussion.
She was connecting it to you being around the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
yeah.
Ella still has the Sword of Sands on her mind.
Do you think that she was right with everything she said about you?
No.
Whales and dolphins.
She was connecting it to you being around the ocean.
So this is funny because around about, I think it's around about 90% of Australians live pretty close to the ocean. So, you know, it's so vague. You can create a hit out of it in your mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so good. And it's like, no, most Australians love the ocean, right? This isn't like if they went to Ethiopia or something, and she talked about swimming with the whales and dolphins and living by the ocean. Now that'd be quite extraordinary. But you're in Australia, dear. Everyone lives by the ocean. I'm only about 5 minutes away from the ocean, even less.
Yeah, but
But you never know what, like, you might find yourself in a situation in 5 years' time where you're surrounded by dolphins.
No, I don't think he's into dolphins.
yeah, or butterflies. But who knows? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else that you'd like to say about
The ending.
that experience?
No.
Like, what about the cards and everything that she said about us? No comment.
Yeah, no
Like,
comment. I mean,
absolutely no comment.
The ending.
And
you can
Oh, yeah, sorry.
you could justify to any of those cards.
Yeah. I'm with
It's just
you,
an
Mitch.
ending card.
And then you could manipulate. It's like, the experiment's ending. We're going to start a new chapter in our lives. You know, it's just so vague, guys. You know, ending. What's ending mean? You know, you can just relate it to anything. Yeah, the experiments end. They're down to the last couple of weeks, I think, at this point. So, you know, the marriage experiment's going to be over. Then if they move in together, they're ending their old life, ending their old house, ending this, ending that. If the relationship ends, then she's correct. You know, she's correct every time. It has, if something is correct every time, it's not, there's no magical powers. It's just the way she words things makes it correct every time. You know, you guys that comment in my Tyler Henry video, you need to go watch Penn and Teller, because this is how mentalists work. They just use specific words and everything and manipulate it so they get it's called a force. They force the outcome.
well, she was talking about us, though.
Yeah, but ending is so broad. Ending of what?
Yeah, exactly, Mitch. Ending of what?
Well, who knows? Anything could end.
Anything. That's right. Drama, drama, drama. So there we go, guys. That's the whole Tyler Henry thing. Let's get back to some of these comments because some of them are quite interesting. Let's get the browser back up. Like I was just arguing for so long. I just got sick of it. Like I like this one. I believe Tyler has clairvoyant capabilities. I myself have those abilities, and I wrote, no, you don't. You don't actually. Yeah. And then somebody chimes in, you'd be surprised. A lot of stuff you read unconsciously, but some can read it consciously. What the hell does that mean? My friend went to a medium, blah, blah, blah. It was so mind-blowing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you don't know what they're doing. You don't know how cold reading works. They have a book. That's right. They have you book with a card for a reason. So they get, your credit card details, and then they can look you up, etc., etc. There was some person who said that, Tyler does live readings and, with the audience and randomly pick somebody. No, they don't. They've got a plant in there. What do you think? There's a plant, right? So I was just arguing, and I talk about James Randi, how you can put your money where your mouth is. You can win this. I think they're up to about $1 million now, if you can prove to be a medium. And these people are just basically boo-hooing me. It's all edited, and they're going, "Oh, of course it's edited." It's like, well, yeah, I know it's edited, but it's edited so much that it shouldn't need to be edited that much. You know what I mean? If it's you should be able to do a reading in 5-10 minutes. It shouldn't be 2 hours. It shouldn't be 2 hours and then they got to edit it down because they're editing out all the misses. And I'm telling you, there's not many people who are getting what I'm saying. And they go, well, what proof is this? Because I said Tyler Henry's fake. Here's the proof. Because basically my premise was, I noticed that he was scribbling on his, he scribbles on the sheets, on his little clipboard there. And I noticed he was right up the top and was scribbling, and then like 30 seconds later, they showed the clipboard again, and he's right down the bottom. I was thinking, hang on a minute, that's probably about 45-50 minutes worth of scribbling there, because he sort of makes little scribbles. He doesn't, go. So I sort of thought, saying he's up here, so that got me thinking that this is like heavily edited. Like, I understand if it's a little bit of editing, but this is like heavily edited. And when you edit something, you can manipulate it into anything you like. Because surely you've seen, previews to a new episode or something, and they totally edit it and make out that it's one thing, and then you watch the episode and it's completely different to what the preview looked like, because they draw you in thinking that somebody's going to, break up with someone or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Then you watch it and it's complete opposite. And that's what I was trying to convey here with the in the comments. I mean, in my video, and the comment section, they're just going off. So have a read through that. Look up my Tyler Henry video. I'll put a link in the description, I reckon, and you can read the comments. And ended up having to ban a few people because I was just getting really sort of like derogatory towards me. So I thought, oh, no, I'm not putting up with this. Bye-bye. You're banned off my channel now. So keep it cool, keep it clean, keep it logical, and comment down below of this video, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.